Hey everybody, this is your instructor Kurt, and now that you have finished the sentence revisions, I hope you have gone and reviewed my sentence rewrites. It's really important that you understand how all these principles work, because this document you're going to be looking at for the telecommuting memo that's due on Friday is basically commits all of those problems except now in a single document format. So what I want to do is go through this document really briefly to talk to you about some of the things you're going to need to do with this. Okay? One of the ways to sort of parse through all this information is to divide it into individual sentences. Okay, look at it as individual sentences, just like you did with the sentence revisions. It's going to be easier to figure out. But I will give you a couple big tips. Okay? Basically, this memo is about written to managers regarding policies involving telecommuting. Okay? And there are two basic messages that the memo is trying to get across. How telecommuters should set up their workspace and what they should do to ensure security. Okay, so those are two main topics. Now, if you think about how you might implement graphic highlighting, such as bulleted lists and headings, that should give you a strong indication that your final document will look nothing like this. Okay, it really shouldn't be just a bunch of blocky paragraphs. So that's my first big hint. The other big hint I'm going to tell you is that as I read through here, I see tons of extraneous wordiness, stuff that does not need to be there, things that can be said in much simpler ways. I see redundancies. I see a lack of parallel structure. I see wordy noun phrases. I see definitely a lack of graphic highlighting, as I've already mentioned. I see all sorts of problems. And the big final tip I'm going to give you, and I'm just going to tell you this one, is to always avoid phrases like this as soon as possible. Why? Well, what does it mean? Your as soon as possible is different than my as soon as possible, as is it different from your manager's as soon as possible. So when you use a phrase like that, it ends up becoming quite meaningless, and that's not what you want. If a deadline is important, give a deadline. Okay? So those are the big things I want to warn you about, but it's going to take you some time to go through all of this. Parallel structure will be your friend. Bulleted lists will be your friend. And I say lists, plural, because we have two topics. One about setting up the workspace and one about security. Two different topics. And when you're finally done with this document, it's going to look completely different. Okay, it should look nothing like what you're seeing on the screen right now. Okay, that's it for now. Good luck, gang, and if you need any help, you know where to contact me. Bye-bye.